We up? I assume we up. I'm talking.
Why do you have to show the carpet?
Huh? Oh. Got my attention.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for that water. Get your container of that water. Lift that container of that water. Simply drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch it out. Move your body and stretch some water. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Keep it nimble. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, family. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Y'all heard me. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink some water. Drink some water. Lift your glass. Take your breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink your water, family. Great day to each and every last one of y'all, family. First off, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And this is a Heart of a Simba production. And this is the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. All right, y'all know it is Kujichagulia, and on Kujichagulia we usually have our evening show. Leroy is in the house. Y'all can hear him down there. Y'all can hear Leroy. Yup, Leroy is active. Dude got a lot of washing that goes on around the Gye-Nyame house. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame. You know, we struggle. We live that ADOS life, family. You know, shit, we got to go. We're going to have to go and scrape up some dollars and go and buy a washer, right? But hey, so now, of course, as I was saying before Leroy started screaming down the basement, we got our show tonight. So we'll talk about that in a second. But some of the stuff we also going to be talking about that's going to pop up tonight on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on the page. I go to the group, you know what I'm saying? The group page, and they got that under control. So I have to go and make sure we got stuff. I got old tribal quotes up from like 5 years ago. Because I just wanted y'all to get an idea of the history of what we've been doing. So tribal quotes. I've been doing tribal quotes for over 5 years now. Here we go. Tensions rise as Iran speeds up enrichment of uranium and U.S. send troops. So now, family, this, once again, is one of those things, like I said, you be having those other opportunities that pop up that they want to try to get your attention. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now where there are issues that will start taking precedence over what you need. So when I can't get you to focus on what I want you to focus on, I'm going to make you focus on what I want you to focus on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna snatch your attention. And right now, the sabers of war are being rattled at this point in time. So I want y'all to be aware of this. I don't want y'all to get caught up in the foolishness. We got pictures of Iran and all that bullshit and sending troops and all that. All this is a diversion. And then, of course, y'all know we're moving into the 2020 election. And it's very rare that a president that is sitting during war is actually replaced. You understand what I'm saying? So, you had your bets. You know what I'm saying? So, don't be fooled by some of this foolishness, family. We gonna move beyond that. I heard about this. I'm listening to some of my YouTube stations, and I'm hearing about this hearing that they're having in a subcommittee of a subcommittee. My fault. It's one subcommittee that they're having on June the 19th. This is tomorrow. Yeah, you haven't heard about it, right? June the 19th, House Judiciary Subcommittee to hold hearing on H.R. 40 legislation to study slave reparations. All right, Cleaver's up. I am doing my, okay. And because let me first let you know how it came to me. So, Elder Danny Glover is to testify at House Slavery Reparations hearing. Now, I don't know Elder Danny Glover's stance on reparations. Right? I don't know his stance. I will be very interested, but my primary question is that to open up a hearing on reparations and you have the power of the federal government behind you, why would you go to celebrities rather than going to the experts. So the reason because I said, well, cool, maybe Danny Glover is going to give an elder's perspective who has been active in the movement and stuff like that, and maybe he's one of many people that will be testifying. So I said, well, shit. I go to Google. I said, well, who is going to be testifying? Because this is some important shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to find it. So I had to go and cut and paste. I had to struggle with spelling judiciary. You know what I'm saying? I had to go through all the stuff. So I finally find it. And I posted it up. It was posted on June 13th, by the way. So, we're going to have a hearing. We're going to post it up on June 13th. I don't know how long they've been working on it. But there's no call out. You don't see any of the people that has been mentioned in some of the research. Now, some of the research that's been going on. So I said, well, cool. I want to know who is going to be there. So let's go on. I'm going to read this real quick, and we'll get on and get into the folk tale, and then we'll go on and do the libations. Washington, D.C. on June 19th at 10 a.m. The House Judiciary Subcommittee on the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Civil Liberties will hold a hearing on H.R. 40. The commission is studied to develop reparation proposal for African Americans Act. So it's a commission to study and develop reparation proposal. So it's just a study. Okay. To develop a reparations proposal for African Americans Act. The purpose of the hearing is to examine through open and constructive discourse the legacy of transatlantic slave trade, its continuing impact on the community, and the path to restorative justice. So they're going to study the impact of the transatlantic slave trade. No specific mention of those that... no particular mention of ADOS or those in specifically transatlantic. That's all of that. You know what I'm saying? That, we need a study specifically for the effects of slavery here. We need to keep, in all areas, we need to keep it as focused as possible. The purpose of the hearing is to examine through open and constructive discourse the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade, its continuing impact on the community, and the path to restorative justice. Witnesses: Ta-Nehisi Coates, distinguished writer in residence; Arthur L. Carter, Journalism Institute of New York University; Danny Glover, actor and UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador for the UN Decade for the People of African Descent; Katrina Brown, documentarian, Traces of the Trade; retired Reverend Eugene Taylor Sutton, Episcopal Bishop of Maryland; Dr. Julianne Malveaux, economist and political commentator; Professor Eric J. Miller, Loyola Marymount University; and Republicans' witnesses to be announced. All right, so we have a documentarian, we have a writer, we have an actor, we have a political and economic commentator. All right, we got one professor on there. And I don't know what he's a professor of. And the closest we have to economists is Dr. Julian Malveaux. And we have the clergy. We're going to talk about this tonight, family. We're going to hit on this tonight. Because, you know what I'm saying, I don't think this is how you come out the gate addressing this issue. You understand what I'm saying? I think you got to hit this issue hard and with history, facts, and numbers. Somebody posted, Jasmine's great rising to you, Miss Jasmine. All right, so I just wanted to share that real quick. Let's go back to the timeline, some of the other stuff we're going to be able to talk about tonight. No shots out against the elder, Danny Glover. Nice dude, you know what I'm saying? But he is the question we have to ask, is he the right person? You know what I'm saying? Is at least in this group. You understand what I'm saying? We got to hit hard. We got to hit fast. It's time for us to start talking numbers. It's time for us to start throwing stuff out there so that people can understand the seriousness of what's going on here. And you need people that can explain that. You need people that can explain the economic ramifications of all these things. You need historians in there undermining the reparation discussion. They're talking about the gays calling for the LGBT people, United States, should get reparations. Alright, urban farming is popping off. On yesterday, I put up a reminder about the Charleston church shooting because I didn't want that to just eke on through. We got all this stuff going on. We got all this stuff going on. Boom. I wanted to make sure that was thrown in there. All right, so let's look at the folktale for the night, and let's get this toast popping off. So we got some stuff we could talk about tonight. My kids, my children, only my children. All right, so we was on the Eagle and his captain. Thank God, Brother Hatim has a good memory. Hold on. Sinus is acting up. I could be doing some of my commercial, but no, we ain't got no sponsors yet. Help open up those sinuses, especially before I get this ambrosia in me. All right, so this week we are the bald man and the fly. We covered one like this before. A fly bit the bare head of a bald man, who, endeavoring to destroy it, gave himself a heavy slap. Escaping, the fly said mockingly, "You who have wished to revenge, even with death, the prick of a tiny insect, see what you have done to yourself to add insult to injury." The bald man replied, "I can easily make peace with myself, because I know there was no intention to hurt. But you, an ill-favored and contemptible insect who delights in sucking human blood, I wish that I could have killed you even if I had incurred a heavier penalty." Once again, a fly bit the bare head of a bald man who, endeavoring to destroy it, gave himself a heavy slap. Escaping, the fly said mockingly, "You who have wished to revenge, even with death, the prick of a tiny insect, see what you have done to yourself to add insult to injury?" The bald man replied, "I can easily make peace with myself, because I know there was no intention to hurt. But you, an ill-favored and contemptible insect who delights in sucking human blood, I wish that I could have killed you even if I had incurred a heavier penalty." We will discuss that one tonight. Because that one can lead to a strong and powerful nation-building discussion. Hey, Cleveland. Excuse me, it's real life at Gye-Nyame Journey. Hey, Cleveland. I woke that young man up. All right, so family, we about to do this toast. I want to thank those that take the time to join. Join us, whether you join us live or whether you join us unlive, however that happens. You understand what I'm saying? After hours, after we get done with the toast. So we want to lift up our glass. We want to salute the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift it up. And we salute that Creator, calling that energy into the room. Although we already know the energy is always present, right? So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our illustrious ancestors and we pull out our loving list. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Tex, Senator Davis. Cleveland! Excuse me. Wake up your sisters, please. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Tex, Senator Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Penny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvar Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flard. Wake up your sisters. Montague Pittman, L, Normal X, Pet Mount, Romnick, Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlo Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rindleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Be the Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, May Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hedda Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Darita Johnson, Leon Johnson. You brush your teeth? Excuse me.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth? Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr. Gina, rise and shine, please. The day has started and left you behind. I hope you plan to catch up. James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martindale, Almatat Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Mina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Hannah Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Man Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Mount Aries, Gene and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ada Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Leon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Church, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Beckett, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCate, Spencer Sturgis, Sonny Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Erin Nino Baby Hatch, Hatsine, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dan Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Bonella, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders. Good job, Sasha Mosh. You put on lotion?
There was lotion on here yesterday.
I mean, they ain't answered my question. Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, the Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Chekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Woo, man, you up early, Miss Kimberly. Where is my black book? There's these kids, these children, boy, these children. That's with the artifacts. Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Condom, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Sin, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, and Aunt Maxine. The most recent addition to the list. So we lift up our glass and we salute all those ancestors and we raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the present moment. Right now, we are on Kujichagulia, the livest day of the week. Representing that Kujichagulia, give it up. Celebrate your day. This is my birthday, not birthday, but this is the day that I was born on. I am a Kujichagulia born. I'm very proud of that. Kujichagulia always rung. It always spoke to me. All right, the whole idea of defining yourself for yourself. So, family, claim your day. Find your day that you was born on. For those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. Activate those reticular formations. We are on the hunt for Kujichagulia. We want to catch it in the wild. We want to capture it and release it back out, family. We don't want you finding and trying to contain Kujichagulia. We know our principles to roam free. So take pictures of it. Do audio commentary about it. Do video of it. And when you see it in action and moving, right, we have to start hunting down our principles, reminding ourselves that they are active in our lives, they are active in our families, they are active in our communities. It's just a matter of us developing the eye to see. Just like the media, the media has helped groom our eye to see a lot of madness. We need to groom our eye to also see where the sanity is in our communities and in our lives, right? Because as crazy as it could sound, family, we're not doing as bad as a lot of us believe or are being forced to believe. All right, so family, you know what I'm saying? Take some time, find it, because it's out there. I'm telling you. So Kujichagulia is the principle of the day. For those that don't speak the language, that's self-determination. Justice is demonic principle. Indigo is the color. I got on black. Correspondence is the hermetic law. The male name of the day is Kwabena. That's me. Female name is Abina. Abina Gina. Are you up? Okay. Get up out the bed. Oh, okay. So we getting fly now. Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. I'll deal with you after the show. And we salute this moment in all its power, in all its glory, understanding that when we raise our glass to this moment, we are solidifying our pact with our ancestors, pledging to never forget them, never neglect their work, learn from their wisdom, advance what they left us, so that our children will have a firm foundation upon which they can stand. And Leroy also want to salute the moment as well. Go ahead, Leroy. I'll try to talk over Leroy. Leroy just spurts out when he wants. All right, so we lift up our glass and we salute this moment and we say, Ashe. From there, yes?
You named the washing machine?
Yes, I named the watchman. Leroy, yeah. He like Thunder and Leroy. That's what he do. All right, so we move from the present moment into the future. We toast our children who are upstairs yelling at me, not putting on their lotion, not brushing their teeth, not getting ready to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We lift up and we toast and we say, Ashe. And Gina, we got this dried fruit down here, man. You missing out on it, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm drying fruit right now for her. So we lift up our glass and we salute the future and we say Ashe. From the future, we move to all of our relations and we toast and we say Ashe. From all our relations, family, we move and we build and we talk about that selfish libation. What is it that you need, family? Take some time for yourself. What is it that you need? Right? We toast and we say Ashe. I'll be going down to test that ambrosia tonight. By the way, because y'all say that's that old ambrosia. Nice and strong and full body, right? So, we move from that selfish libations to this one, family, where I lift up my glass to the most marvelous, spectacular, the most awesome person in the room. And I lift my glass to you. I salute you once again for joining us for this toast, family. I wish the best for you. May the energies of the ancestors and the entire universe be within each one of your steps, right? May you shake up the world. May your enemies tremble before you. I lift up my glass to you and I say, Ashe, Ashe, I say. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I'm going to go eat. And y'all got to excuse the energy because like my body is adjusting because I feel heavy now. You know what I'm saying? After you fast for a while, you start feeling light. Right now, I'm feeling heavy and I'm like, my body's adjusting. So there's a constant adjustment period on it when you do that fast, right? So family, I want to thank you for joining us. You know, sorry for the lateness, but it is what it is. Hold on. Let me make sure I ain't miss Brother Kwame. We want to make sure we get Brother Kwame in. All right, so family, if not, I will see you at 9 p.m. tonight. Right? I got to put some commercials together. Also remember June 29th, we have the G&J Mall that's going to be popping off. Man, I'm excited because I know it's going to be some food there that I've been, man, listen, it's kale, yeah, salad, yeah, but then Sister Jerica had a wrap, like a seaweed wrap sandwich. Shit, bruh, listen to me, sis. Look, but anyway, come get all your stuff. We putting the commercials together, getting it out, but we also have another major announcement that should be coming. We should be knowing sometime between today and tomorrow, hopefully, right? If things move according to plan, we're going to be having a major announcement for you for the whole city of Columbus. Like I said, family, I'm excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it, you know, because we still in talks, right? And then also, I start my course. So like I said, you're going to start seeing some slim down on the website and some of the stuff that's going to be happening with the posts and stuff. We're going to start using Gumroad a little bit more effectively so that we can go on and really start expanding on the concept of Gye-Nyame. Let me put it this way, making Gye-Nyame, Gye-Nyame Journey Media more useful for you. All right. So family, I'm going to get off. I'm going to let Leroy go on. That's it, Leroy. I'm going to let Leroy go on and tell y'all his goodbyes. But I'm going to say peace out. Y'all have a great day. You got anything else, Leroy? Anybody else got something they want to say? All right. Peace out, fam.